guys, we got the start of the Elite Eight round of the Alumni NCAA March Madness tournament. So, the first game we're going to be hopping into is Duke versus Arizona. So, let's see how this game goes. Duke goes out to a very early lead. They have a 20-point lead over Arizona, and this game's a blowout. That was way too quick. Easy win for Duke. Easy win for Duke. Next, we got Maryland versus Indiana. Maryland goes out to an early lead, and Indiana cuts it down in the third quarter, but Maryland has a big lead in the fourth, and it looks like Maryland's going to pretty easily win this game against Indiana. So, two teams already in the Final Four. We have Duke and Maryland already locked in. So, the two games remaining are Russell Westbrook and UCLA versus Joel Embiid and Kansas. And here we have Michael Jordan and UNC versus Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose, and Michigan. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. So the starting lineup for North Carolina is Kenny Smith, Michael Jordan, Vince Carter, James Worthy, and Brad Daugherty. They have Bob McAdoo, Jerry Stackhouse, Billy Cunningham, Walter Davis, and Antoine Jamison off the bench. Michigan has Jalen Rose, Jamal Crawford, Glenn Rice, Chris Webber, and Juwan Howard starting. Rudy Tomjanovich, Campy Russell, Lavert, Tim Hardaway Jr. off the bench. And then UCLA has Westbrook, Goodrich, Jamal Wilkes, Bill Walton, and Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, starting. They have Baron Davis, Kevin Love, Zach LaVine, Mark Eden, Kiki Vandeweghe, Drew Holiday. Lonzo Ball, this team is insanely strong. It's a great team. And at the beginning of the tournament, this was my pick to win the tournament, UCLA. I think that in terms of all-time college teams, UCLA has the best team. They have depth. They have great players at every position. And yeah, they're definitely my pick. So let's take a look at Kansas. Kansas has JoJo White, Devontae Graham, Paul Pierce, Danny Manning, Wilt Chamberlain, Joel Embiid, Andrew Wiggins, Marcus Morris, Kirk Heinrich, Josh Jackson. All right, so pretty solid team. In these games, I'm going to take UNC and UCLA. Obviously, I think the championship, I hope it's Maryland because I am a Maryland fan, but I think realistically it'll end up being UNC versus UCLA. I think UNC and UCLA have the two best all-time college teams by far. And then Kentucky is a close runner-up. Duke is a close runner-up, but UCLA and UNC definitely have the best all-time teams. Some of the greatest players to ever play in Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on both of these teams. So let's get into the first Simcast game. We have UCLA versus Kansas. Let's go pretty slow. So, first quarter, about halfway through, UCLA has a lead. Let's speed it up. And Kansas regains the lead. Now at halftime, Kansas will have a 5-point lead. Close game here. Kansas has been leading for most of the game so far. And UCLA regains it in the fourth. And UCLA has a big lead now. They're up 15. And they are just pouring it on here in the fourth quarter. UCLA will get a blowout win over the Kansas Jayhawks. And the Kansas Jayhawks have been eliminated. And the UCLA Bruins will move on to the Final Four. So 15 from Kareem, 15 from Zach LaVine, Jamal Wilkes, Mark Eaton, Kevin Love, Westbrook. So yeah, everyone performed in this game for UCLA. So they will face Duke in the Final Four. And here we have UNC versus Michigan. We're going to simcast this game as well. UNC goes out to an early lead. And they retain it in the third, but Michigan is fighting back. Fourth quarter, UNC goes into with 11-point lead, and it looks like North Carolina is going ahead to the Final Four. So North Carolina will face Maryland, and UCLA will face Duke. So my predictions for this game, realistically, I want Maryland to win, but I think that UNC will win. And on the left side, I think it'll be a very interesting game. I think that Duke probably has the best chance to pull off an upset between them and Maryland. But I think UCLA is too strong, and I'm going to take UCLA versus UNC in the championship, and I'm going to take UCLA in a close one. So let me know in the comments if you guys think I should simcast this or if I should play as Maryland on the right and UCLA on the left. I think I want to play, because simcast does not take that much time at all. It takes 2 minutes. So if I play, I'm gonna put the sliders. I'm gonna download custom sliders and put it on harder than Hall of Fame to make it more challenging. So when I'm Maryland, I probably will not beat UNC, and when I'm UCLA, I'll have a tough matchup against Duke. So I think I'm gonna play, and I'll have the Final Four courts in. I'll make a team as realistic as possible to really get that March Madness feel. You know, March Madness is coming up in a few days. And yeah, I'm just here to provide some March Madness NCAA college basketball content for you, as we don't have a actual video game for it. So yeah, I'm excited for the Final Four. My pick is UNC versus UCLA to make it to the national championship. And I got UCLA winning it all. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back in the next episode with the Final Four.